Welcome to another session of Freedom Before Destination, a Stormlight Archive RPG actual play podcast. We find our heroes in a dangerous moment. Having successfully defeated the Shell Knights, they manage to push through and follow the shortcut. After a little bit of reminiscing, they all agreed that they should push on, trying to close the gap and rescue their friend Dunan from the slaver Mralt. However, something unexpected happened. Our heroes encountered a rather familiar face. Cal Rieger, at the head of a few guards, and accompanied by Tyndon, Edie's father, had come looking for them. Unfortunately, City Lord Adamar had taken note of their departure. Thankfully, due to some quick thinking and some smooth words from Yopi, you had managed to convince Cal that all of this could blow over, and he might be able to bring back the body of a deceased Light Eyes, and be able to take the attention off of your escape. Just as you were working on a plan, you heard a terrible crack, and you felt a deep, resounding boom and bass sound in your bones. For just a moment, I want you to close your eyes. The ground beneath your feet has suddenly fallen away. There's a moment of stillness and that sense of hanging in midair. For some people, quite literally, who were trying to hang on to a plant at the time. And then suddenly, you plunge into darkness. The five of you, and Orlo, including Cal Rieger, go careening forward down into this emptiness. Everything is completely pitch black. And then you feel a painful crash as you hit into a wall and go careening down it. I am going to need each of you to make an agility or an athletics test. Now, before you roll, I see Erin going for her dice. This is going to be rolled person by person because, depending on what you get, you may be able to help another character. This is also going to be rolled for each of you with the plot die.
Oh boy.
Alright, so, who wants to roll first?
I got it.
Alright, Phoenix, are you going to roll agility or athletics?
I'm gonna roll well.
Yeah, but which of those two skills are you going to roll?
Yeah, but it's athletics.
Okay, roll athletics with the plot die.
That's an 8 with a complication.
Oh boy.
Now, I do have some good news.
Great.
The complication that you rolled gives you a +2 bonus on your roll. So that's good.
It does? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yep. The plot die, even when a complication comes up, does actually increase the value of your roll.
Okay.
Either by +2 or +4.
I'd prefer +4.
However, unfortunately, a 10 is not going to pass this check. So, on a 10, you take 1d6 points of impact damage.
Okay.
Ouch.
I rolled a 3.
Now, your armor does still work on this, so if you have any deflect, you can reduce the damage by that.
I have a deflect of 2, so I take
Great.
1 point of damage.
You only take 1 impact damage. However, there's a complication.
No and then. No and then.
No, and then.
And but, a weapon or a piece of gear that you have is broken.
Oh.
What piece of gear gets broken in the fall?
Did you pick up anything from the carriage before?
Well, I picked up the breastplate, but I handed that over to Cal Rieger.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so let me ask you a question before I answer that, Brian. Like,
Yep.
I feel like, okay, if I fell, what broke? I mean, most likely it's probably like my armor, which would suck.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, what broke you?
On the other hand, I mean, I'm looking at, my equipment. I mean, I could just choose, my whetstone is totally the thing that broke. How do you want me to do this?
I would say a significant item broke.
Okay.
So I would say either your hammer, your longbow, your armor, or that carving that Dunan gave you.
Well, it's definitely okay. I mean, of those, the thing that's going to be significant but least important to me would be the bow. So, if that is cool with you, I will break the bow.
Mm-hmm. Feel free to put it in your inventory that it's broken. I know somebody who's really good at crafting who might be able to help you during a later portion of the adventure. All right, and the way we're going to do this, Phoenix,
Yeah,
pick the next person to roll.
Cal Rieger.
Oh.
All right.
Good choice.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah,
You
but
realize
then
that means
Brian
I'm going to pick
gets...
again after this.
Yeah. Brian gets to choose.
Well, my intent, the whole reason that I rolled so low there is I was trying to break his fall. I think he landed on me and broke my bow.
Mm-hmm.
And your bones.
No, just the bow.
All right. Cal got a total of 17 on his roll. So he takes no damage.
That's what happens when you land on Yobi.
However, he also rolled a complication. So as he hit into you, his spear was snapped in half. And I am going to choose... let's say Aelin is next.
I knew you were going to say that. Okay. So athletics or what?
Agility.
Okay, agility. All right. Okay, well, that wasn't great. That was an 11. And then plot die was a 4.
Okay. When you roll a 4 on the plot die, that comes up as a blank.
Oh, whew. Well, that's okay. So then 11 plus 3, so that's 14 is what I rolled.
Okay. You still take some falling damage. So you're going to take 1d6 points of impact damage. Roll a d6 for me. How'd it go?
That's a 6.
Do you have any armor?
I have 1 deflect.
Okay, so you take 5 impact damage.
Oof.
Yowie!
And who are you choosing?
I will choose Edie.
Okay.
Are you going to roll athletics or agility?
Definitely agility.
Oh no!
You're fine.
Hey, don't worry, you have 1,000 spears that you can break instead.
I mean, I could, but...
How'd it go?
So, I take no damage on a 17.
Mm-mm.
But...
I think it might even be higher.
It's a 19.
That's right, it's a 19, that's right. You had 2, it's a 19.
On account of a complication coming up.
Yeah, exactly. So, what shall I break?
All right. I am also going to give you 4 options.
Mm-hmm.
You could lose your knife.
Mm-hmm.
You could lose your sling.
Mm-hmm.
You could lose your jug of Horn Eater white alcohol. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. You could lose the bag that contains your 1,000 spheres, or your carving that Dunan made you.
Oh, man.
So it's knife, it's
Sling.
sling, or it's...
I mean, we're about to go rescue Dunan. Like, come on. Maybe that's worth more. I'm kidding.
Well, I was just about to say, if we're being truly honest, Edie still had that, like, bag out. She hasn't, like, put it out, like, put it in her pocket securely just yet. She's, like, was still counting the spears on the road. So those just kind of go rolling everywhere.
So you're going to lose your money?
Yeah.
Okay.
What kind of thief are you?
Maybe I can scrounge it up later.
You might have some time to collect some of it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, not what I thought you were going to go for.
I want to be able to actually fight in case we need to. I don't exactly have much going on for me in terms of combat, so I want to have as much as I can.
Yeah, me too.
All right. And are you choosing our final victim?
Oh, gee, who could it be?
It's Phoenix again.
Yeah. You have to roll again.
Cool. I'll take the damage for the dog. It's fine.
Orlo is fine. Don't worry. And Bill.
All right. Well, I will give agility a shot here.
Oh, you with your agility.
Well, I got a 7.
Did you?
Is that a 2?
Or is it just a 5? Oh, because it doesn't. So
Yeah.
nothing advances. I got you. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the blank face, so you just get a 5. Bill, I am so proud of you. Because you got to help us demonstrate another mechanic of the game.
Oh, boy.
You take 1d6 impact damage, and you suffer an injury.
Okay.
Well, that's not a good prize.
No, it's a bad prize.
But it's a prize nonetheless.
Yes, it is.
One of Orlo's dinosaur toenails jabs him in the eye or something.
Ooh.
All right, so Bill.
I'm going to need you to roll a d66.
No, thankfully, different system. Now, what is your deflect value from your armor?
So I rolled a 6, but my deflect is 2.
Okay.
So that would be 4 damage.
Yep, so you take 4 damage, and I'm going to need you to roll a d20 and add a 2 to the result. This is your injury result.
Oh.
Does he want high or low?
The higher, the better. If you roll a 16 or higher, you get a flesh wound that you suffer a temporary injury. If you get a 6 to 15, you suffer a shallow injury, which is temporary and lasts for 1d6 days.
Let's cut to the chase. What happens when I roll a 1?
If you get a 1 to 5, you have a vicious injury that lasts for 6d6 days. But Bill, that's not all. If you get a -5 to a 0, you get a permanent injury. And if you roll a -6 or lower, you die.
How would I roll negative if I'm rolling?
For each injury that you have, you get a -5 penalty on this roll.
Oh.
If your hit points are reduced to 0, or if you take damage while at 0 hit points, you roll on the injury chart. And occasionally, things in the world will also cause injuries, like falling down a cliff face.
Okay.
Okay. But so in this case, I'm not. Don't have to worry about the negative in this.
Not yet.
Well, that's a very good point. All right. Well, here we go.
Hey!
Okay, I lucked out. I rolled a 19 plus 2, 21.
Okay. So, you suffer a flesh wound.
'Tis but a scratch.
Indeed. You are exhausted. You take 1 level of exhaustion. This is going to provide a -1 penalty on all rolls that you make until you're able to rest.
Quick point of order, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
You gave him 1 level of exhaustion
Mm-hmm.
by rolling a d8.
That is correct.
What would have happened if you'd rolled an 8?
He can only use one hand.
Okay, not 8 levels of exhaustion.
No, it's a chart.
Got it.
Okay, so
And this penalty will go away when you take a long rest.
it's just -1 to all saving throws or skill checks?
All rolls.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping it easy.
And we decided to like skip sleeping, so like you're gonna have 2 levels. Yay!
Yep.
Well, you guys did get far down the road at least.
Good thing I'm the one shooting the arrows.
I know, but I feel like eventually, because I don't think we really want to sleep in a hole.
Well,
I don't know. I'm starting to feel a little comfy, or it's the blood loss. Something. I feel sleepy.
now, I do have some good news for you.
Yay.
The 5 of you go crashing down into the darkness and land with a splash. You appear to be in a sea cave. And after Edie had lost hold of that bag of spheres, they all went rolling out, and the cave is slowly lit in glowing blue light.
I made the right decision!
Nice.
That's handy.
Expensive lighting.
Yeah.
And on the edge of your sphere light, you see something incredible. There is a sword stuck in the ground. The blade is plunged beneath the surface of the water, but it must easily be over 6 feet in length. The middle of the sword is perfectly straight, but near the sunken point and the base of the sword, it is fantastically wavy in a way that no natural metal could ever hold its shape. And the crossguard is easily the length of a fully extended arm. There is only one thing this weapon could be: a shard blade.
May I take off at a run and go retrieve it?
Before you do, at reaction speed, we are going to be able to make a lore test. Anyone who'd like to can roll your character's lore.
Ooh.
Now, you are all Alethi. You have the Alethi cultural expertise, which means you're going to be familiar with shard blades. These are items and relics that are steeped in Alethi history and culture, so just seeing it, you're automatically going to know a ton of stuff about it. But knowing the details about this specific shard blade are where passing this test will give more information.
Just making sure, with my Herdazian background, I think I still have the Alethi proficiency as well, though, or do I not?
You took 2.
Yeah, okay.
You took Alethi and Herdazian.
Cool.
So you get them both. All right, are folks making lore tests?
Yep. I'm assuming no plot die?
No plot die on this one.
I only rolled a 9, so I got a 13.
Okay.
Everybody else is killing it. This is supposed to be my job.
Well, Nartel rolled an 18 for his lore.
Okay.
Yopi also rolled an 18.
Edie got a 12.
All right, well, Aaron, I have some good news. No one passed this test,
Oh!
Oh.
as the DC was a 20.
Hold on, I want to roll one more time just to see. And waste it. Nope, that was another 9.
It's just going to make you upset if you roll a 20.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aaron, honestly, if you rolled a 20, I would have given it to you.
wait, hold on. Can we say that now?
I'll give you one last one because I know you love making learning tests.
All right. I'm gonna roll it. All right, come on, dice. That was another 9.
The universe has spoken.
I am not meant to know.
The Almighty has declared there will only be 9s.
9.
Now, you recognize that this weapon is a shard blade. A magical, perhaps even holy weapon created before the Day of Recreance, when the Lost Radiance betrayed humanity. This weapon is capable of cutting through any material, and ownership of it can grant a position of incredible prominence to the wielder in a Lethe society. Owning a shard blade makes you a shard bearer, a direct peer of the High Princes. Weapons like this are worth kingdoms, and wars have been fought over them. While you don't necessarily know its history, you do know its name, as there is only one weapon that would have this recognizable design: Eusaris, the Wandering Blade.
So as I said earlier, I take off in a sprint.
I was saying, Nartel's going to go after it too.
Do we know with our mid rolls how, like, what is the etiquette, I guess, surrounding if you find one? Like, if I found one on the side of the road, does that make me a badass immediately because I picked it up and now it's mine?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. Get it, girl.
Now, you don't know if it's true, but the stories, which you've all heard growing up, are that many Dark Eyes will go to war in the hope of claiming a shard. If you can defeat a shard bearer, you can take their weapon and armor.
Whoa.
And allegedly, if you do, the color of your eyes will change. Now, as far as Aelin has ever heard, there are stories of dark-eyed people doing this, but you don't know that it's ever actually happened. Like, you can't think of a time in modern history, because this is a weapon that if it cuts through a part of the body, it will go dead. If the blade passes through an arm, you can no longer use your arm. And if it passes through the center of the body, it will kill instantly, severing the soul. Things like armor mean nothing to a shard blade. Now,
So yeah, dead sprint.
Can I give Yopi advantage?
So Yopi and
Nartel,
thank you, are planning on running for this thing. What about Edie and Aelin?
I mean, if I'm being honest, Edie's probably just, she picks herself up from the water. You know, hair dripping in her face, like all of it's in her face, it's all covering her eyes. She does that like thing where she like flips it back, you know, arm over the face, flip the water back, slosh it everywhere, looks around at like all the spheres and the dim lighting, looks up, and just slack-jawed freezes in awe. It's not flight, it's not fight, it's just
frozen.
Oh my god!
Mm-hmm.
Or oh my storm, or whatever. Just like, oh! Like, she doesn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
She is just stuck to this spot, for at least for now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Aelin sees it. Well, for one thing, I will point out that when she fell, she's all like arms and legs, and so she probably looked like some kind of cartoon or something, like with her elbows flailing in the...
It's fine, she was in the dark, no one could see.
Yeah, nobody needed to see that.
Heard it, though.
So yeah, she has probably done her usual kind of, you know, accidentally popping into the Mind Palace to be like, wait, how could this be here? It would have had to do this and come to this place and then this person, but the last person, the thing, when you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just staring at it like doing some
calculus woman face.
Yeah.
Okay. Additionally, while the soldiers who fell did not make it, Cal Rieger did. And he stares at that blade the same as Yopi and the same as Nartel.
Oh.
And he also takes off running for it.
It about to be a free-for-all.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that we can do to aid our somebody?
Mm-hmm. There is. There is the aid action that you can take as a reaction to someone else making a test. You can spend a focus, and you can give them advantage.
Great.
Okay, Aelin, you give it to one person, I'll give it to another.
I'm gonna give it to Yopi.
I'll give it to Nartel.
Okay.
You could both give it to me.
Double!
That's not how this works.
Double advantage!
All right. Everybody roll an athletics check. For the two of you, roll with advantage. And this will use the plot die.
So Nartel,
Yeah.
Nartel rolled a 21 with advantage, and I believe that is a opportunity.
Yes, it is.
That is a 6 on the opportunity die, on the plot die. That's a 6.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all both got a 6.
Yeah.
Yes, we both got a 6. I rolled with advantage a natural 1 and a natural 3 for a total of 6, and a 6 on my opportunity die, or on my plot die.
Oh,
Okay, so
For Bill's 21, can we instead have it that Orlo went and grabbed the sword, so now we have a sword-wielding dog? I would like a sword-wielding dog.
it is too big for Orlo.
Oh.
I'll allow it.
Also, you would not want him to try and get a cut through anything sword in his mouth.
Yeah, it'll be like those videos where their animal actually does have a knife, and it's like, give it, no.
All right, so Phoenix and Bill, you did both get an opportunity. So you may aid an ally. You could collect yourself. You could influence the narrative if there's something beneficial you want to have happen in the scene.
I have an idea.
Or I can draw one of my plot deck cards.
I don't suppose that I could influence the narrative that the blade, I summon it to my hand.
Nope.
It was worth a try.
Yopi taps into his Jedi powers.
Never know until you try.
Yopi side tackles Nartel and knocks him out of the way, and then
I would say if you wanted to, you could tackle Cal Rieger, causing him to fall behind in the race for the sword.
Now you know what, Brian? I'm gonna go YOLO here. Hit me with one of your whatever the hell is about to happen to me.
I'm actually going to go that route too. You were so excited when you got them, so
You were.
All right. Phoenix,
Brian.
you have until the end of this scene. When you attempt a skill test that another character failed, you gain advantage.
All right.
And Bill, you have until the end of this scene, you gain advantage on all insight and perception tests.
okay.
what is a scene?
Basically until kind of the end of this particular interaction. I've got kind of a general idea on the flow of the story.
Okay.
But yeah, it means basically what you think it does. Like the scene of a movie, the scene of a show.
Okay.
So if I were to say cause a scene, would that help?
No.
We get more scenes and we could do things more often.
Nope. Bill, Nartel reaches the shard blade Yoceris first, grabs it by the hilt and lifts. It is a massive thing. It's over 6 feet tall, but it only weighs about as much as a longsword. So it's much lighter than he would expect.
An anime sword.
Yeah, it looks like a very anime-ass sword. As you pull this thing out, Cal Rieger kind of stops short, staring at you. If I had that, I would outrank City Lord Adamar. I would be one of the High Princes. And you can see the greed in his eyes. He wants this thing. You think he might even be willing to try and take it from you.
I'm going to slap him. I am not going to hit him. I am going to slap him.
Are you gonna, like, Will Smith slap him? Or just, like, Buddy slap him? Like, is this the slap heard round a licky, or is this like...
Get the name of my shard blade out your mouth.
No, it is it is hard enough to try. It is these quite literally slap him out of it. It's like, hey, nope, not going that route.
Bill, what is Nartel doing in response to this?
I mean, I think he's still a little bit enamored with the blade, and I mean, to the point of it's a 6-foot sword and it weighs next to nothing with it. He's just kind of, but he realizes kind of quickly the situation he's in. To your point, if you can kill the shard bearer, you get the weapon.
Yep.
And he now realizes that he's in a cave with allies, but this is a shard blade. And he just happened to win a foot race. He'll kind of lower the tip down so it's still but just, Captain, just calm yourself. We still need to get out of here.
He turns and looks at Yopi. He turns and looks back at Nartel. He takes a step back from you. And Phoenix, despite you just slapping the taste out of his mouth, there is a handprint across his face. You see his hands start to drift down to his side sword.
As soon as Edie sees that, like, she's watching this whole scene with just an unsure mind of, like, what's happening, what's going on. She is not a person who would actually be after the sword like that. She's not a fighter. Well, she'll fight monsters, but she's not a soldier. She only fights for survival, not for glory. That's not her goal. And she's very attached to family and friends. So as soon as she sees Cal start to reach for that sword, she's just gonna body tackle him.
Now, he is a ways off, so you're gonna have to start running in the same direction they were.
Yeah.
So Edie starts running towards him.
Aelin, same thing. She sees that Cal looks like he's gonna
try and make a fight of it.
Try to fight for it, and she raises her crossbow and she calls out to him, and she's like, "You don't want to do this. Don't do this."
Brian, so you'll have to forgive me because I'm not as familiar with the lore.
Totally okay.
These swords, but these are extremely powerful weapons to the point where you said if they just a cut on an arm and they lose the ability to lose their arm, or it just kind of is it that it just moves through things?
Yes.
Okay.
And it renders the soul away from, like, that part of the body.
Anything that you try and cut with it, the sword will just pass straight through.
Okay. Does it leave so if I were to cut stone or something, would it leave a mark, or would it just pass through?
It will cut straight through the stone. It will chop it as if it was a hot knife through butter.
Basically anything living, it will render dead, but it won't actually mark it. In the books, the idea would be like you could kill somebody with the shard blade. They would not have a mark on their body, but once it is a body, you could hack it up into little pieces if you wanted to.
Okay.
Now, Bill, as you've got this shard blade, you've got it kind of point towards the ground. You see Yopi kind of like raising his hands, being like, "Cal, don't do this." You see Edie running towards the group of you. Aylin's got her crossbow out. Orlo is kind of like making a chittering sound, looking back and forth nervously. Suddenly, the ground shakes and trembles beneath your feet, swaying as if the earth itself has come alive.
Oh boy.
The once calm waters in this sea cave surge, battering you on the left and right as the chamber begins to flood. Boulders start to crash down around you as the cavern walls are literally being torn apart.
We crash down from above, and we're standing essentially in
what was like calf-deep water, and it's suddenly flooding into this cave.
Can I, given where we were when we thought we were on solid ground above ground and now presumably falling down, do I have a general sense of a direction maybe we can go to get away or out, or that would be the best way out?
You start trying to look around this completely dark cave. You start trying to run, and the ground starts to give way beneath your feet.
I will kind of a follow-up, looking for a way out. Can we still see, the night sky above us?
Barely. Now, since you asked, you take a brief moment and look upwards, and then feel a sudden sinking in the pit of your stomach as the floor beneath you plunges away. All of you suddenly sink into the angry, churning sea. For a disorienting moment, the world seems to spin around you. But then you spot the lights. At first, you think you must be hallucinating, or perhaps these are the light of some unknown spren. But then your eyes focus underwater. You are looking back into at least a dozen glowing, enormous golden eyes.
I knew it!
That stare directly at you.
Oh, crap.
What you had mistaken for the ground of the cavern was the back of an enormous great shell. Its face and snout are easily the same size as the massive cliff that protects Shadowstone from the high storms. And small arrowhead-shaped spren dance through the waters around it. It moves with a ponderous gait, the swaying of its tail sending enormous waves crashing upon distant rocky shores. Those alien eyes stare at you, seeming to focus on you for a tense moment. Before you can begin trying to swim away or swing that shard blade, its monstrously huge pincers cut through the water towards you. Its talons close around you. You expect to be crushed or to feel your limbs being sliced. And yet, it's somehow gentle. You suddenly burst above the surface of the ocean, and fresh air fills your lungs. The creature swims, cutting through the waters, and eventually breaching onto shore. Its dozens of crab-like legs skitter and pull the enormous monster onto a beachhead before it finally lowers you down and drops you onto the shattered stone. The great shell rises up, lifting its weight on more and more legs that emerge from the water. It opens its enormous jaws and lets out a reverberating screech into the night. Then its cyclopean body turns, splashing its massive frame back into the ocean waves. You're forced to scramble back up the shore to avoid being pulled out with the undertow. The last you see of it is the back of its massive shell and the deep cut, about the size and length of the shard blade Eucyrus that had pierced its carapace. And then the great shell disappears back into the dark, thrashing sea.
You're welcome, buddy.
That's a hell of a thank you.
So, we're all deaf now.
It takes a little bit to let the ringing stop from your ears.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All 4 of you and Orlo are on this beach shore.
Is Cal with us?
There is no sign of Cal Rieger.
Oh, no.
Bill, you were able to hold on to Euceris. You still have that shard blade.
So, if he's got the shard blade and that makes him on a par with princes, doesn't that mean he can just go be like, give me my dude back?
He can certainly try.
But aren't there multiple princes, and if they all say no, would majority rule?
Well, I didn't mean he was going to ask the princes. I mean, he could waltz into the camp with some military guys or whoever and be like, I'm taking my guy. And then
Well, yeah, but a lot of other princes have said, hey, take the people, would they not overrule one?
This may be something you all need to discuss, but for the moment, you are all waterlogged and freezing. Now, I do have some good news for you. Bill, that weapon that you have, you asked earlier what would happen if you just cut it into some rock.
Mm-hmm.
Nartel tries, and it simply passes straight into the rock and leaves a gash 6 feet deep.
Should we fashion a cave real quick?
Can you describe for me a little bit more about where are we right now? So what are we seeing around us?
You are on a beach of broken stone. There are stars above. There is a number of very flat, large cliff faces around you. And you are somewhere on the north coast of the Unclaimed Hills. You do not know exactly where.
With what I know of Roshar, there would not be trees.
There are some rock buds. There are a few things that resemble simple trees that kind of retract their leaves if they're brushed or the winds kick by. But you would be able to find a couple of rock buds, crack them open. They contain fresh water that's drinkable, and you'd be able to at least get a fire going. In fact, someone has a spark flicker he could use.
Yeah, as you are all taking a look around, and I see Nartel kind of contemplating slicing in. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm just going to start walking around, picking up rock beds, and setting up for a fire.
Mm-hmm. So, Bill, you are able to actually cut a cave out.
Yeah, so I'll try to find the best. I mean, not looking
somewhere
to make
higher up and a little bit further away from the sea.
Yeah, and be sheltered from the wind so that we're not becoming frigid while we're trying to warm up, and to block the light from being overly broadcasted.
You are easily able to do so.
Before we got into the slot canyon and we all sat down and had a meal around a fire, was that we ate you can eat rock buds?
They may contain some pulpy material that you can cook up, and depending on the type, some of them will contain grains that can be cooked.
Okay, because said we had a meal around the fire. Was that?
It's been about a day. Yep.
Yeah. I still have some street food that I might just start passing around, because I'm assuming if we did eat the rock buds before, I have 5 days of it. Otherwise, I probably just only have 4.
Yeah, so if you've got rations and things, you're able to pass some of that out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the amount that I have left is what I'm asking. But either way, I have food, and I start passing it around.
Yopi finds some of these basketball-sized rocks and kind of plucks them up, and you realize they're plants. And he's able to kind of crack them open almost like a coconut. They contain fresh water, and you're able to kind of pull some of the meat away from the inside, for lack of a better term. And there's some burnable wood-like material in there. Yeah, Aaron.
Didn't I get a fabrial from the carriage, but I don't know what it is yet?
You did.
Okay.
Would you like to spend some time while everyone else is kind of doing some of this prep, figuring out what that does?
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. And this might be very relevant for some of the things you're running into.
Okay.
It takes you a little bit to kind of explore and take a look at it, but you are fairly certain this is a type of fabrial called a cultivator.
Oh.
A cultivator can cause plants to grow rapidly. Now, in the Stormlight RPG, fabrials are going to work kind of like wands in D&D. They have a number of charges that they can use. Typically, most fabrials will have 3, and they will recover those charges over time. However, when used, they will have some kind of effect that happens. So this cultivator would allow you to touch this wand-like device to a plant and cause it to grow up to 5 feet in size. This could be used to block line of effect or line of sight, create barriers, or create something that you can climb up.
Okay. Then my next question would be, is there stuff around that we would want to either grow or grow to cut down to put at the mouth of the cave?
This would allow you to do things like grow vines that are particularly large, or make some of those small wooden kind of bushes large enough that you can use them for firewood.
Okay.
So you're able to actually create a really warm fire for the group.
Once we kind of we're settled, the fire's going, people are dry, we've had our food. Nartel will kind of bring out the blade and kind of stick it in the ground in front, and just.
I like how you say "bring out the blade" for this 6-foot-long sword.
But it's more just presenting it in the middle of kind of the campfire of the group, and he will just go. Well, I think we need to discuss about what we found. We all know what this blade means. The power and the authority, but also the target on its back. He'll kind of just look to see how everyone's reacting. If there's any, like, he'll look to Yopi first. Yopi was the other one that kind of...
That ran?
Well, Nartel's kind of a view of this, a reflection of this, is because Edie and Aelin are younger, right? There's a little bit more of that youthful kind of, they're more in awe, whereas Yopi and Nartel are older. They know that this means what, like, the immediate change that this can bring. And that's why Nartel went for it. He knew this is power. This can mean something.
Mm-hmm.
I also just can't run very fast.
Fair.
I would normally be able to run much faster, but I'm pretty sure I slipped on some Orlo leavings.
You actually probably slipped on some spheres.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who knows how that got there?
I mean, Edie is definitely, absolutely staring at all of this in just awe, but also kind of a healthy amount of fear, because we all know what this thing can bring. We all know what this thing can do. Like, she doesn't want to touch it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like, she's got the, anxiety-induced fear of she'll accidentally, like, nick her finger on the blade and her finger will just be gone. Like...
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But she's also kind of... I don't know, because Aelin knows about the stories of, like, the eye color changing.
I guess that's a good point. Has anything changed with me?
Yeah.
Not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. But yeah, Edie does, like, her eyes flick up to his and just, sees no change and just might be oddly comforted by that fact of, like...
He's not, like, instantly turning into a shard bearer, which is, like, not somebody...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like he's not become a light eyes.
Yeah, she doesn't exactly have a great view of the light eyes either, being one of the lower class, grovelers, peasants of the society. Like, it's not a great...
It's a hard life.
Yeah, and the light eyes kind of seem to delight in making it harder.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And yet, this is also the kind of thing that you could have that life.
again, I don't think that she would actually want something that makes it that easy that quickly.
Mm-hmm.
She's still trying to figure herself out, and she doesn't know if like the high royalty life is what she's about.
She wants.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Aelin is kind of in the same boat. Like she has already processed the entire, like, if I took the sword, then what would happen? And then she has like 10, future universes that could have, and all of them seem horrible because they all involve like people coming to her all the time for things and like having to have a whole bunch of responsibility, and she just wants to be left alone to craft things. She doesn't give a shit about either being rich or controlling people or having power or any of that. And so that all just sounds horrible. So she's like, whichever one of my friends wants to do this thing, I'm going to help them, but I want nothing to do with it myself.
Mm-hmm. Now, Phoenix, how is Yopi feeling?
So I am going to, as you kind of put the blade out in front and kind of plant it into the ground.
He's getting a little choked up, guys. He really wants the sword bad.
So as you as you kind of present the sword, place it into the ground, I am going to just take like kind of a half of the rock bud shell, kind of using it as a bowl, with whatever it is that we've cooked up into it. Kind of walk over to you, kind of present it, as if I'm kind of sharing the bowl with you there. As soon as you reach for it, I throw it in your face, and I'm going to tell you, listen, cousin, we all know what this means. And we also know if anyone can take that from you, you haven't... Brian, let me know if I'm taking this beyond what Yopi would know. We also know you haven't bonded that. And I am just going to... I'm not trying to, like, pick up the sword or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Until you bond that, you need to be... careful, cousin. Anyone could take that from you.
That's right.
So, as Yopi is talking about this, you all recall, given your history as Alethi, holding a shard blade is only part of the process. Once you have had this for about a week and just spent time with it, it will become a part of you. And you can actually cause it to appear and disappear at will, bringing it to your hand over the space of 10 heartbeats.
Okay.
You're not a shard bearer yet. You're a guy who picked up a shard blade. Be careful.
Nartel will look at Yopi that's right. Anyone can take this. I don't even know if I want to be the one bound to it. But I also know this can help us get Dunan back.
What do you got in mind?
I don't know, but I know that this brings authority. And he'll look to you, Yopi. You're the best one at talking with some of these individuals. So Nartel will actually kind of like tilt the blade towards you. If you want to be the bearer and we use it to get it, I'm all for using this in any way to get our friend back. What we do after that, if we bind it, do to improve the town, I honestly don't care. But right now, I want to focus on Dunan, and this will help us.
Stones, you're serious?
We still need to get our friend, shard or no. And I'd rather us have this than leave this out there in the world for someone else to stumble upon.
I will slowly, and with my eyes still on Nartel, not in any sort of a threatening way, but just like, you're really sure about this? And I'm just going to slowly go ahead and reach my hand over toward the shard blade.
So, when you grab onto it, he'll still be holding onto it. He's like, we're still going for Dunan. And then he'll just let it go.
Just be careful. Make sure that both of you know what you're doing with this. It's a big commitment.
He's just in the corner with like her knees up to her chest, arms wrapped around it, like idly petting Orlo, like Orlo's like an anxiety therapy dog.
Bug.
Anxiety therapy dog. Bug.
Bug dog.
Bug dog.
Bestest boy.
A Doug.
Definitely a Doug.
But yeah, if Yopi's unsure, Nartel's not gonna try and fight him. Nartel is at this point. Essentially, this is Nartel saying, "We as a group are in this. If we're doing this, and that's why." And I guess the blade's more for the group. That's what he's pushing towards. And if Yopi wants to be, if it's Nartel's a hunter, a blade's a little odd for him, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, there are things that he could hunt with this that he could not otherwise.
That is fair. No, you're right.
Yeah.
But
The giant crab that we just, left behind, like...
Yeah, Nartel's first instinct was to slash at the giant crab, and it saved us, so let's,
Dinner for years!
All right, so I have some great news for all of you. You have all leveled up.
Woo! Awesome.
You are officially level 2 now. Each of you gains plus 5 health. You gain 2 skill ranks, although the max is still going to be 2. And you get an additional talent. Now, this could be another talent in the subclass that you've already started going down. It could be in another subclass that's already part of the same heroic path. Or you can do what's called multipathing and take the initial talent of another path. So maybe Yopi, now that he's suddenly got a shard blade in hand, is like, that warrior path is suddenly looking much more attractive than it did a minute ago. So we've talked a little bit about possible level up things that you might want to do. We won't worry too much about skills, but the talents are pretty big. Bill, what talent is Nartel going to be taking?
So Nartel is going to be taking the protective bond.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a kind of a further development on the animal bond that he already has with Orlo, but protective bond allows Nartel to, with an action, send Orlo off to defend one of his allies within 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So Orlo, when he's near one of the allies, will increase the allies' defense all by 1.
Nice.
Great.
He's like a wee little paladin.
Mm-hmm. A wee little Axehound Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
He's everyone's buddy.
And Aaron, what is Aelin going to be taking?
Aelin is taking prized acquisition, which means she gets a special gemstone, and she can use it to craft a fabrial. And she can also break down the fabrial later and rebuild it as something better if she wants to. I would like to say that she maybe is examining the fabrial that she got and discovers that it has an additional gem that is not part of the fabrial. It's just there with it. Like maybe in
I was going to suggest literally the exact same thing.
Okay, in the sheath or something that it's sitting in, and that she suddenly has this awesome gem that she's going to be able to use.
Mm-hmm. And while everyone is going to be getting some rest, you can do some tinkering. So off mic, we'll create a fabrial for you.
Yeah.
Hannah, what level up talent are you taking?
I am going to be taking sure-footed. My movement speed is increased by 10, and I am able to reduce damage from falling and dangerous terrain by twice my tier, which would have been really, really helpful. I mean, I didn't take any damage, but the possibility was still there, and I don't want that to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Falling damage sucks, guys.
Yep.
Reasonable.
I just want to jump off a 20-foot cliff and be fine.
Yep. Reasonable. And then land in a superhero landing.
Yeah, exactly.
And now you can. Continuing your path of being a monk.
Favorite class.
Meanwhile, Aelin can step off of a 6-foot step and fall over. Great. Counterpoint.
All right, and Phoenix, what is Yopi going to be taking? And do you need a minute to decide now that you've got a major change in his character arc?
I mean, Yopi is going to be multipathing. I am going to take the key trait for leader. which is Decisive Command, which will allow me to spend a focus to give an ally within 20 feet a D4 command die. They can add it to one die roll on their next test.
Nice. I think we definitely had mixed up that and the envoy power on our first session or two.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
One more thing.
Mhm.
The prize acquisition gets me another expertise in fabrial crafting,
Yep.
which I already had one that I hadn't really decided what it was.
You're just really, really good at this.
Well, that's debatable.
You said we add 5 HP to our, and then do we fully heal? Do I get rid of an exhaustion?
Here's the thing. Yes, because you're able to get a long rest. So you're able to cure your 1 level of exhaustion for each long rest that you get, and you're able to fully recover hit points and focus.
Nice.
Yay!
Thanks for the cave, Shard Blade.
I like that you don't thank Nartel for doing this. I like that you thank the sword.
Thanks for the cave, Nartel holding the Shard Blade.
No, the first way was way better. Like,
Yeah.
good work, sword. You really carried the weight on this team.
Yay!
Good thinking, sword. Good looking out.
Sword.
It's completely on brand.
You awaken in the morning, aching and still a bit tired. This journey hasn't gone anything like how you would have expected it. And now, you don't know where you are. Your party members stretch, rubbing stiff limbs and aching shoulders. Clearly, you weren't the only one who slept poorly last night. None of you want to acknowledge it, but you're lost. As the sky brightens around you, there is no sign of a path, and no way of knowing where the slavers and Dunan are. To your surprise, you hear joyous laughter around you. Looking up, you see a group of windspread dancing through the air. They appear as small ribbons of blue light, but change shape to things like sky eels, waves, a wagon covered in bars, and then a chull. It takes you a moment to realize. I think Aaron just did. But windspren tend to take the shape of things that they have seen nearby. Searching about, far in the distance, you spot a thin line of smoke rising up into the sky. It's a long shot, but it just might be the cook fires of Meralt's slave caravan. You all start rushing around. You've left your boots to dry by the embers of the fire. Can I get everybody to roll a d10?
Oh boy.
That is a 1 for Yopi.
That is a 6 for Nartel.
That is a 3 for Edie.
5 for Aiden.
Okay. Bill, I was hoping this was going to be you.
Oh no.
Nartel's tugging his boots on, and as you stick your foot into that boot,
Oh no!
your toes sink into something squishy and unpleasant.
Ugh.
Oh, by the almighty.
And as you do, the windspren begin circling and laughing, suddenly taking on different shapes.
Rude.
And you pull your foot out and realize you've just stuck your foot into dung. Based on the shapes the windspren are taking, you suddenly realize this is a piece of horse manure.
Wait, what? They're horses?
As you're sorting things out and probably cleaning your boot, the windspren suddenly begins circling all of you very excitedly.
Uh-oh.
Several briefly appear as human figures and beckon you as if they want you to follow them. And then suddenly, the entire swarm of them rush down a hillside.
We should probably follow them.
There's also another option. Based on what you just stuck your foot into, there are horses around here. It's possible these windspread pulled this dung from somewhere nearby. You think you could potentially locate from the tracks whatever herd of horses this manure came from.
Yeah, if horses will help, and the horses would help us get to the slavers faster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
wherever the windspread are trying to lead you.
Let me take a quick look to see if I can figure out where the horses are.
Make a survival test.
If Nartel is like voicing any of this out loud, Edie could help. I also have a fairly high survival.
I mean, he's cursing under his breath about the horse dung still, but yeah, you might be...
Hannah, feel free to either make a survival test on your own, or you can spend a focus and give Bill advantage.
I think... Yeah, I'll give advantage.
Okay, Bill, roll with advantage. We're finally turning this back around on Bill, who's going to get 2 nat 1s.
Uh-huh.
And I'm assuming no plot die?
Nah, not for this.
Well,
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I got a nat 4 and a 12 for a 16.
Okay. One of those is a good roll. So, you kind of search around, you're getting your feet all cleaned off, and sure enough, in some of the loose bits of creme, you spot horse tracks. There's probably a herd of horses around here. Now, Nartel has never ridden a horse. These are the kind of things that Light Eyes own. But it's possible if you could get onto one, you'd be able to ride fast enough that you could catch up with Merle and his slave caravan.
Yep,
But which way you guys are going to go, we'll find out next time.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Thank you all so much, and I can't wait until our next session.
Woo!
Have a good night, everybody.
Woo!
Night!
Thank you so much for listening to Freedom Before Destination, a Stormlight RPG actual play podcast. Aelin is played by Aaron. Yopi is played by Phoenix Biscop. Nartel is played by Bill Hruska. Edalili is played by Hannah Cheney. I'm your host and game master, Brian Kershaw. You can find more of our work on Spirits and Monsters of Old Seattle, which is conveniently right in your feed. The Cosmere RPG was created by Brotherwise Games, based on the writing of author Brandon Sanderson. Our episodes feature music by the Black Piper from the album Kaladin, as well as other artists. Please check the show notes for a full list of tracks used. Remember, the ancient oaths must be spoken again. Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination. Good luck, aspiring Radiants, and we'll see you again next time.